Bitcoin breakout. Are we headed to a new all-time high, or are we getting ready to currently go back down into the Bitcoin abyss? Stick around for the video, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for tuning in today. This is Crypto Takeover. If y'all are brand new to this channel, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I go over Bitcoin charts every single day on this channel, and I hope that y'all stick around. And with that being said, we're going to jump into the charts, see what's going on for the evening. Right now, I'm currently sitting in 45% profit on one account and 66% profit on the other account. We'll talk a little bit more about that here in a second. Let's get started. So if y'all are brand new to this channel, I use the CryptoFace market Cipher indicator. Y'all can check that out. I have some links in the description box on how y'all can go find his channel as well too, if y'all are interested. But with that being said, y'all, we came out really profitable on this little pump to the upside here. So like I said, I'm sitting in 40 and 60% profit. I'm working on a little bit of two different accounts right now. I'm trading for some friends as well right now too as well. But if y'all want to join me and y'all want to become profitable with us and y'all want to know my ins and outs of the market, feel free to join us on the Patreon page. That will give you access to the private trading group as well. Right now I'm running an April special. This will be your locked in price for April. And it won't change. So by the end of April, I'm gonna actually have to raise it back up just a little bit, but go ahead and get signed up now. Like I said, you only have until April to get this price and get this locked in price right now. But that way you can actually see what's going on in the market. You can have confidence in trades. Let's see. So we went long on one account. I was holding all the way from 6,700 back over here. And we had a nice little run up out of this right now, so that's pretty cool. But I think also my trading group too, you know, they have their sometimes they like to do their own thing, which is totally fine, you know. But I think some of my team members also went along with me here, so they're also sitting pretty nice here too as well. And let's just take a look at the charts, see what the facts are showing us right now, and then we can go from there. So on our 15-minute time frame, we are seeing that the bulls are in control right now, sitting above our VWAP, finding it as support as we continue to make this run up. So we had the daily open right about here. Looked like we were forming support, had a nice little quick fake out to the bottom side, and then bulls just continued to dominate this for the most part today. So our VWAP sitting at about 700 or 7K right now, which is a little bit of an indication of whether or not they need to come back and retest that VWAP. Usually by the daily close, sometimes we get a little bit more choppiness too as well. So might have to wait till this VWAP and our pivot high and pivot low resets, and then that will be the determination of whether or not who's going to take control of this market. You can see that our money flow here on the 15-minute is also pretty thick right now, but maybe you could be making some downwards momentum here in a little while. So 30-minute as well, currently getting a little bit of a buy signal there, so that's just something we need to be aware of. Let's turn off SR real quick. Money flow is also moving really nicely into that green, as you can see. Maybe putting in somewhat of a trigger wave here can send us, you know, maybe to retest some key support levels as well. Currently just pushing up above our 13 EMA, looking really nicely there. Our 45-minute. Also, you can see that we're, you know, nicely moving into that green money flow. Not super overbought just yet in that green money flow, but it's looking pretty nice. So we do have our sell signal here on our 45 as well. We could just continue to ride along this EMA here to the side. So we bounced off of the support down here very nicely. I got a little worried because I didn't see quite a bit of a bounce, and we had been testing the support quite a bit actually. So I didn't know what. Honestly, I had confidence in the trade, and you know, I think my group was a little unsure, but at the same time, I try to give them as many of the facts as possible and let them know what exactly I'm looking at before so that way I can give them the confidence that I have, you know. because we had some wick outs too. Like we had this Darth Maul wick here, and we were already in the position before this as well. And so we had the Darth Maul wicks, and I think that freaked out a lot of people. But you know, it's okay. If you held strong, or you could have got back into it too as well, and taken us back to the upside. So so no worries, no worries. And then the goal is to not. The goal is to just minimize the, mitigate the risk, right? Mitigate the risk reward, and that way you can just make sure that you are still overall going to be profitable, right? And that's really just what it is, just mitigating your trades and making sure that if you win, maybe four out of five, at least, something like that. And it doesn't even have to be like that ratio, but that's just an example, right? But it's not that we're going to be in there trying to win every single one. Although here lately, we've been doing really well. So, and y'all can check the profit logs in the Discord channel as well if y'all are interested. If y'all do just want to help support the channel and not sign up for the Patreon trading group page, then y'all can just sign up for the newsletter. I like to do giveaways every once in a while in there, and this is just an easy way for me to get a hold of you, as well as I'll release some of the private videos that I give my Patreon members as well through the newsletter subscribers. So feel free to get signed up for that. Link in the description box. I think second link in the description box for that. Like I said, y'all can just join us on the Discord channel. Feel free to chat with us. We have a bunch of different sections in there for y'all to chit chat and talk about different things as well too. But the private trading group is its own separate channel inside that Discord server. And in order to access that, you need to be signed up through the Patreon page, right? And then I'll give you access to that private channel on the server. Then also you can just get signed up and join us on the Telegram channel as well. I'll just do a few updates here and there. I like to do news articles. I like to be funny sometimes and post memes, just to lighten everything up, because we are going through some interesting times right now. As a matter of fact, let's take a look at the CV19 and see what's going on here. I also just like to keep an eye on this, because this is part of our changing world right now. And we can still see that things are not slowing down at all. We're about to hit 1,500,000 total confirmed, probably by mid-month for sure. 500,000 in the US probably by mid-month. I think they're expecting that by Easter time. So can look at the deaths as well, so I always want to encourage that everyone just be out there taking care of themselves, taking care of their family. Yeah, that's crazy. I'm looking at this because I've just been hearing a lot of ifs, ands, and buts about China actually showing their real numbers or not. And I think 3K deaths is a little misconstrued, to be honest, but that's just my opinion. I've been seeing some interesting facts and stuff about it as well. So we're jumping back into the charts. Hopefully everyone's doing good, and they're being profitable out there with all the decisions that they're making now. Because one thing that I've learned is that it's what you're doing now for yourself, right? I get really upset whenever I see people on social media talking about, oh yeah, like this is it'll be over tomorrow or something like that, or how it used, this is like until tomorrow hashtag or something like that. And it's just kind of concerning, because it's I want at least everyone to be out there doing their own due diligence, right? And if that means that, like, hey, you can't be dwelling on the past, right? We always want to keep moving forward. So make sure that you are pushing forward. Make sure that you're, trying out new things. So I just encourage that. I want everyone to be out there, pushing forward through these times, because that's the only way that we're going to rebuild ourselves, rebuild the people around us, rebuild humanity in general, right? So sorry to get off on a tangent, but we're jumping back into the charts here. Looking at the 2 hour, we are getting some red dots here on our 1 hour and our 2 hour as well. So indicating that we could have a little bit of sideways movement for the most part. And then also money flow, still moving into the green on our 2-hour. Had a nice little buy signal here. And if y'all are interested in these whales buy sell signals, I use a custom setting for my whales buy sell signals. And y'all can get that private video on how to set it up in the Patreon page as well. So currently sitting really nicely above our 13 EMA as well. We had all of our bullish crosses all the way up on our time frames, and this was a good indication to me that we were definitely going to be trending a little bit higher for the most part. So kind of in somewhat of a ascending channel right now too, that I've drawn some lines out on, just so we can kind of keep track of where some resistance points might be as well. So our 4-hour, and this was kind of interesting because I was looking at our 4-hour, and it's telling us that, hey, we haven't even quite moved into that green money flow yet, but it does look like we are wanting to move up into that greenish money flow, but kind of topping out on our blue wave as well too. So just being cautious here, right, about what could happen next. We did get a buy signal all the way on our 4-hour as well too. 6-hour, we did have that bullish cross there. And then one of the time frames I was also looking at, which will be the next one, we can see here that things are a little choppy right now with our money flow on our 6-hour. We're currently trying to push back into that green, maybe topping out just a little bit on the Cipher B blue wave though. Just something that we need to be cautious of and not overzealous as of right now, thinking that we're going to go to 100K by tomorrow, right? And nothing against like my moon boys and my doom boys, because I got love for both of y'all. We're just in here trading the market, and that's all there is to it. So we take one direction and we take the other direction, just based on the facts that are on the charts, right? And so I like to keep it super simple. No, I'm just playing. I'm not the crypto crew. Okay, here we go. Okay, sorry. It's just just try to be humble right now in these times, and that's all there is to it. I took time out last night to pray a little bit, and just talk to my guides. I know that sounds kind of woo-woo-y, but if y'all know some of the people that I follow in crypto, who y'all can check down in the links in the description box below, y'all know that I get a little woo-woo-y just in general, even when it just comes to like crypto in general, so. But I was just, hoping for the best for humanity, really. And that's really just what it comes down to. But you can see here on our 8-hour, we were getting this squeezed. We were getting a nice little squeeze here between our 13 and our 100. And I said, hey, this squeeze is going to determine, it's going to give us a breakout. And so, we were trending at that 67, 6,800 area for a while, kind of ranging in there. And I said, hey, like, we're going to get a breakout after this squeeze happens. And we were already in position way before that on my trading group. So we definitely knew what direction to take this breakout into. And just based on some of the trend lines that I had drawn, it just looked like it was going to be more of that, a better position to be in, right? So we got the squeeze here, getting ready to have a little bit of a bullish cross as well, which will be very nice indication that, we could be ranging here for a little bit longer. I would expect a little bit more consolidation based on some of those time frames, and our blue waves kind of topping out just a tad bit. Looking at our 12-hour, 7,200 is where we are kind of topping out at, but we'll probably see this nice little consolidation here with another squeeze, and then decide what's going to happen from there on out, right? I do know that volume's been kind of low, but that's also a good indication that when volume is low, shout out to Sin Crypto. I learned so much from Sin Crypto, man. Y'all need to go check his channel out, to be honest. Like, I would say that if you're probably beginner to intermediate traders, he's definitely a good person to learn from. But even advanced traders, like his Elliott wave counts are just on point, and that's one thing that I've actually wanted to work on as a trader, is a little bit more of my Elliott wave counts. So I'm learning a little bit from him, Jim of all trades, all the Elliott waivers out there too as well. I know a lot of people really don't like the Elliott waivers, but to be honest, like, whatever you can do to, learn a little bit more about just trading in general will overall help you too. So I know that Elliott waivers used to get counted out a lot. And then we had this dump down to 60. 3.8K, and all the Elliott waivers were calling that way before. They were like, there's going to be a dump. The Elliott waivers were talking about it. And so then like it brought a little bit more awareness to them as well too. I had already been on the Elliott waivers way before that. When we had our dump down to 7.5K, I was like, hey man, these Elliott waivers probably know what they're talking about. And I've been following them ever since then. And then we were expecting one more big dump, 3.5K, and you know, we got that. So now it's just like, man, you can't exclude these Elliott waivers out, and it's really just whatever's going to help you have a better position in the market, right? But you can see that we're starting to trickle off here. And one thing that I've learned is that whenever our volume starts to kind of trickle off, that gives a nice little incentive for a pump, or for some pump action, right? Because I think that price can be very well manipulated into these markets whenever volume is low. It doesn't take much for a big whale to come in there and just buy up a bunch of BTC and pump these markets up either, right? But also you have to be aware of the sell-offs that may occur, because if you even have a little bit of a sell-off, then that could end up meaning that you know, we tank pretty hard. So we just have to be ready. We're gonna be on our tippy toes for this. And like I tell my trading group too, I don't want them to have to look at the charts all the time. That's my job, right? So most of the time, if I'm in a trade, I'm usually consistently looking at the charts, or if I give out the signal or the position that I'm in, I'm usually sitting there looking at the charts. So if any of them have any questions, I just tell them to message me, really, so they can go about their daily business or whatever. And if we decide that it's a no trading zone, then we can both go about our daily business and at least take a little bit of a break, right? So I want them to be able to have strong enough confidence in that trade itself, to where if they feel unsure about it, they can just reach out to me and message me anytime. So yeah, but you can see on our 12-hour here, we are wanting to move into that green money flow, kind of topping out just a tad bit on our blue wave too, looking like we're about to get into an overbought position on our blue wave, but money flow is looking pretty nice there. So then we can move into our 21-hour as well. Money flow is still looking pretty nice. We have a little bit of a green dot there. So getting topped out and probably squeezed. We're probably going to get a squeeze here between 72 and maybe 67. So a nice little trading range for us there as well. We can see on our daily that you know, did like we want to start moving to the upside of this 100 EMA as well. So about 7,700. It's a possibility. I'm not ruling it out just yet, although it's probably there's been a lot of resistance here for us. As you can see, we're starting to move back into that red money flow. Blue wave looks like it wants to start topping out just a tad bit. So we just need to be really aware of what could happen here. And that low range at that 13 EMA is at about 6,600. So we could probably definitely see some ranging there too as well. Our 2-day. Looking pretty nice here, kind of closing above our 13 EMA as well, indicating that you know, we're getting above some key levels, right? And that's all there is to it. But is that going to be able to last? That is the question. You know, BTC it's been holding its ground here for a little bit longer, but you know, for some reason right now, just with everything that's going on in the world, we just need to be really cautious, because people are going to be needing money. So they, you know, could end up just be selling this off here in the short-term future, right? Once we hit a certain point, we could see a drastic sell-off just because people need to pay bills, and there's still a lot of people out there that are struggling, right? So we just have to be aware of that if that is to occur. But I will keep my team members up to date on what I think is going to happen, and keep them posted there. So we're going to go into our Bitstamp chart and kind of finish this off just a tad bit. Guys, I use the premium plan for TradingView. If y'all are interested in that, you know, at least upgrading to the Pro or the Pro Plus plan, which is highly recommended if you are using Market Cipher, to have at least the Pro or the Pro Plus plan. It just allows you to have a few more indicators on the screen, such as my Aldo EMAs, which is a custom indicator that you can find in the Patreon page. There's a private video, and then also the whales by sell signal, right? I have those on there as well on top of Market Cipher. But you're going to need to at least have one of the upgraded plans for sure. So check the links down in the description box if y'all are interested in upgrading maybe your TradingView plan as well. Also, I'm working on a 3 commas bot right now. So far, it's been pretty profitable, and I'm super excited to release that private video to my Patreon members when the time comes. So hopefully I'll get that video out to them by the end of this month and let them know exactly how to set up this trading bot that I have set up. So but it's using a few custom indicators that I have as well. And that's just an easy way for them to maybe be less worried about it. Let the bot just run in the background, do its thing, check on it every once in a while, make sure it's, you know, taking profit when you want it to, and all that and that. So check out 3 commas if y'all are interested. It allows you to make bots for margin trading and much more too as well. If y'all just want to buy and hodl and don't want to get caught up in all the trading and stuff and have to learn all the skills and everything, I feel like this is a great time to start learning and harnessing those skills that you may need at a future date, right? Whether that's, you know, building, you know, wooden materials or something like that, you know, but I feel like we're heading into a time right now where people are going to have to learn new trades out there, new skill sets to be able to make it in the new economy of what humanity has to hold for us too, right? So by all means, but if you just want to buy and hodl, we know where crypto is going in the future, and I'm currently working on a new Patreon post as well about some of Cliff High's old data throughout his webbot reports about what it said about Bitcoin and where we still have to go with Bitcoin in the future. So super cool stuff looking back through it, and it's kind of just surreal in a sense too, to just go back and reminisce on some of those webbot reports too. But a lot of it hasn't, you know, come into fruition just yet. But we know where these markets are headed, and we're going to take it to there. We're going to make sure that we're in position, that we're ready, and buying and hodling, dollar cost averaging into these markets is definitely a way to go. And I even encourage my trading group to be dollar cost averaging into the markets, you know, whether it's $20 a week or whether it's $50 a month, at least something, right? And so, but you want to make sure that you pull that off of the exchange every time you purchase, right? And buying a ledger will help you with that. It's like one of the best cold storage devices out there. So check the link down in the description box below. Make sure you have at least a cold storage device. Be your own bank, not your keys, not your coins, right? So let's finish it off here. We are currently looking at the 2-day. We had this nice little squeeze pattern here. I think I'll go ahead and get rid of this line. It's no longer relevant. So we're currently getting a nice little squeeze here. Our 2-day is also sitting at about 8K right now, and we did kind of start to trend above that 13 EMA as well. So it is looking very interesting right now for the most part. Money flow kind of wanting to move up. No red dot just yet here either. So very, very interesting parameters to set or just to be ready with what we may have going for us here in the near term future. Our 3-day, let me turn on our buy and sell signals real quick. Cool. So we just need to be ready for whatever may happen. For 4-day, or this is our 3-day actually, we haven't quite trended above our 13 EMA just yet. We are trying to want to at least close above it. So we will know if we close above it by the 9th of April, which I think is midweek on Thursday possibly. Yeah, on Thursday. So we could know something by then. If we start to close above there, that'll be interesting to see where we can actually get back up to, right? So that was our 3-day, and wait, was our 2-day higher? Our 2-day is a little bit higher. Interesting. Okay. And then, so our 5-day still had a little bit of a death cross there. I would definitely imagine that we'll probably come back up and maybe even retest that 100 EMA at about, 7,700. That's a strong possibility. So if y'all stuck around so far, y'all, please go ahead and comment down below, what time frame chart that y'all left off on. And let me know that. So putting in a little bit of a bullish divergence here as well. As we get higher into these time frames, these bullish divergences definitely matter for sure. So money flow is kind of wanting to move back into the green, as you can see, but we could see some rejection here at our 0 pivot, which is, we haven't quite hit it just yet, but we could be getting there pretty soon. We're going to have to see how this week plays out. I would imagine this week be very interesting volatility for us for the most part. So we will just have to keep an eye on it. We did have a buy signal there. 6-day also have a buy signal that has confirmed as of yesterday. Yesterday being Sunday. So very interesting, y'all. Good stuff though, good stuff. So we'll have to see what's going to happen if we look at our weekly time frame. Did we get the death crosses? Oh, we did get the death cross here. So yeah, we just need to be really aware how the rest of this week plays out. And I am going to be trading this market like none other. So weekly time frame could be a little bit bearish for the most part, finding some heavy resistance, maybe even getting a little bit of a death cross there on our weekly time frame as well, giving us a lot of resistance, probably up above head for us as well too. And then as we move into our 2-week, I did want to look at our 6-day. Okay, yeah. And then our weekly. Cool. Yeah. So very interesting, y'all. Very, very interesting. Yeah, I would say that we might even see a squeeze here. I would say that, that 60, that 67 area might be a nice squeeze for us too as well, based there on our 2-week. So very, very interesting. Let's go into our 21-day. 21-day still had some downside potential for us as well. Yeah, we're just going to really have to see how this market decides to play out. I would say that by the end of this week, we'll know whether or not we're going to have more downwards potential or not for sure. But we are currently trading this very well right now, and I'm super stoked about it. So I know my trading group is, but we're really just taking it day by day, to be honest. That's why I like to do daily videos on here, just to remind myself. It helps me stay in the zone, really helps me to remember what decisions that I make in this market, right? Even on the monthly here, I think we're still getting a close below the 13. So now we can see that 100's way down there as well too. Last time we got a close there, we had very nice capitulation happen as well. So we just need to be ready for whatever may happen, and then also just be looking after our families, looking after our loved ones, our friends, helping them grow as well too, because I think that they're probably going to need a lot of people to help lean on and grow on for the most part. So currently getting on our 3-month, getting support at our 13 EMA there. So yeah, with that being said, y'all, I look forward to seeing y'all in the Patreon page as well. Let's go ahead and finish out the plugs real quick. So Bybit, we use Bybit to trade for the most part. If y'all are interested, sign up with Bybit. Ask the chat support down here how to access testnet. And I just want you to get familiar with the platform. Even if you decide to come on to my trading group and start trading, I wouldn't recommend it unless you already know what you're doing with Bybit. I've had a few people message me talking about, hey, I've never traded before, you still think it's a good idea? And I tell them, no, it's not a good idea. It's probably not a good idea because honestly, I don't have the time to sit there and hold everyone's hand through a trade. Although I do encourage people to message me if they are unsure about some things, right, that I've called for, and I can give them further facts on it, right? And just further analysis on why I think that reasoning is why. But if you've never traded before, I just want you to get signed up with Bybit and learn how to use the testnet first. And the testnet is just a platform that allows you to trade fake BTC on it, and it really just gets you familiar with what market orders are, what limit orders are, how to ladder orders, how to adjust leverage in a trade if needed, right? So those are key things that I always encourage the people that are wanting to join the group but have never traded before. It's a simple way for them. So I just clicked an ad down here, and that was for the Brave browser. So I'm going to get paid out in BAT token I actually just got paid out in BAT token this month too. So shout out to Brave browser. You can make passive income basically by clicking on ads down here. And then I think on the 1st of every month, or I think they paid me out yesterday, which was the 4th. So You get paid out in BAT token every single month, percentage, by clicking on those ads in the bottom right hand corner. So Brave browser is made by the same people that make Mozilla Firefox as well. So highly encourage y'all to check it out. It is the browser of the future for sure. And then if y'all just want to start mining Bitcoin straight from your computer without the hassle of setting up ANT miners or ASIC miners, right? Go check out CryptoTab browser. It's just basically a web browser that you can use it just to mine Bitcoin from it. So help support the network. Download the CryptoTab browser, start mining Bitcoin. I have it running on 2 other computers right now that I don't really use anymore, just some laptops that I had laying around. And then you can also download it on your tablet or phone. You can download the app on your tablet or phone as well. And just have it running as a background process to start mining Bitcoin for you. So, it's a slow process, but it'll start to take off eventually. And if you just let it sit there, right? So check out that. I don't really use it to browse the web too much, but it is a nice little platform to be able to mine Bitcoin in the background. And so then you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Feel free to message me on any of those platforms, but sometimes I don't really get around to checking the Instagram or Twitter. I would encourage y'all to at least just message me on Discord. That's probably the easiest way to get a hold of me is on Discord. So check it out. I look forward to seeing y'all in the trading group. Go ahead and get signed up. The April special is going on right now. That'll be your locked in price for every month. And I hope that y'all join us in there. And if you have any questions, just feel free to reach out to me. But with that being said, y'all, if y'all stuck around this long, comment down below and tell me groceries. Tell me groceries. So hopefully everyone's buying their groceries out there, and being safe when you're in public, So all right, I'll talk to y'all on the next one. CTO signing out.